Good evening, everybody. Good evening. My name is Marcus Lapsa, and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. And tonight, we're doing something different. We have done it a few times before, and it's called a psychic pantry. But I'm not in a pantry, but I brought all the different things from a pantry here anyway. If you think years and years ago, tarot cards were just a parlor game. And that's how they used to be. They used to play the tarot cards, and then it's developed into something totally different. And we all will know someone that's read the tea leaves in the past and done some various different things. And when I teach psychic and mediumistic development, I use different props, because that's what they are, props. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to share. Everybody share. And when you put your name up, and please tell me where you're from as well. Just need to know how far we're reaching, because don't forget, Spiritual Psychics TV, everything's free. Richard's in the background and he's working so hard, and what we need to do is get this, what we call service and programs, out to as many people as we can. So when you put your name up, say where you're from, please share, and hopefully we're going to have some fun tonight. Primarily, I'm a spiritualist medium, and hopefully we'll get some links as well. But I'm going to show you a few things of how you, everybody, could start developing. Hello, Millie. Hello, Millie. How you can develop your own abilities. And I'm not going to be too controversial tonight, but I've got some. Hello, Terry. Long time no see, long time no speak. I'm not going to be too controversial, but the thing is, a lot of nonsense. Hello, Stace. A lot of nonsense is said about psychic and mediumistic development, and we want to strip a little bit of that away and try to show you a couple of things, maybe give you a couple of... Oh, Siddiqui, Elizabeth Jones. I'm from South Wales originally. Siddiqui just means, how are you? You know, so anybody that's not Welsh, or, you know, but, oh, from South Africa. Wow. Zaye. Is that Zambia? Zaye. I've just come back from Africa. I was in Malawi after the cyclone. Momay. Oh, love that name. Yeah, I was in Malawi after the cyclone doing some humanitarian aid. Lovely people there. Lovely people in Malawi. Linda Wallace, good evening. And as I said, what we're going to do something different from what you're used to. Heavenly sprinkles. That's lovely, that is, isn't it? Good evening. Oh, good. Good evening, Heavenly Sprinkles. Don't forget, everybody signing on Monday evening, you'll be able to see Heavenly Sprinkles. Oh, Di, hello, Di. Coventry. I'm in Coventry as well. So, you know, what can I say? You know, I've been so much. Oh, Deb Clark. Debs. Oh, we're not worthy. I'm not worthy. My bestie Debs. Debs and I are doing something in Coventry. You know, we're down at Canley Community Centre in June. So Deb and I have worked together for years, on and off, and she gets me in some weird and wonderful places. Hello, June. Worcester Park near Wimbledon. You know, with you soon Wimbledon soon be on. Kelly, hello, Kelly and Kelly. Hello, our lovely Kelly. Hope your services are going well, Kelly. You're out there now. Rebecca Whelan, good evening. And like I say, we're going to do something different. We, you know, I've done this before, and quite often. Oh, thank you very much. The thing is, as soon as I see someone from South Wales, I start going a little bit more into it, see, you know, but no, it's not that strong. It's usually when I'm talking with my sister, you know, I come off the phone from my sister, and my wife will say, you've been speaking to your sister, because my accent gets a little bit stronger. But we're literally going to use anything from the pantry. Hello, Vicky Palmer. Anything from the pantry, and we're going to start. I'm going to give you a couple of pointers, and And what I'm going to do is do a little bit of an explanation of how I'm getting the information as well, because we all got psychic abilities. Some of you will call them gifts. That's right. If you want to call them gifts, that's fine. But, you know, usually with gifts, you could go to a shop and buy them, couldn't you? I believe they were abilities, and I believe that we can develop those abilities. And I'm going to try to give you a couple of pointers along the way. Okay. Right, before I started, I was having a little chat with Richard, and he said, "Oh, how are you?" And I was telling him, "I'm in a fantastic place, absolutely fantastic place, you know." And I also realize quite often that people aren't as in such a fantastic place. So you'll bear with me because, you know, as I'm start working, Tilly Mayer, oh, South Africa, oh wow, oh God, I spent how long did I spend there? I think it was about 12 or 13 hours in Johannesburg when I was going out to Madagascar, and there was the Kenya airline strike. And the only way they could get us to Madagascar was close to Joburg and then over to another little island and back to Mad. Oh, I'm with you in. Anyway, are we going to start, Richard? Right. Just before Richard put these things on, I've just got a few things together because I've got a house full. We've got 2 dogs. We've got my daughter. We've got my granddaughter. My wife's downstairs. So I've had to come upstairs, and I brought some stuff from the pantry. Okay. And the thing is, just as we, you know, link in, whether it's cards, tarot cards, Alison, good evening. Whether it's tarot cards, crystals, ribbons, flowers, whatever it is. Oh, hello, Michaela. Good evening from Brum. Whatever it is, you can do a reading from. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get a link, which I have got, and I've had him for a while. And as soon as Richard started talking to me, I got a little bit of a chesty condition, and this guy kept on going, and he was coughing. So hopefully, this part of the reading and this contact will link in together. Okay. So yeah, I'm just saying to him, come on, give me your name, mate. And he said, well, my name's George. Oh, valued Netherlands. Oh, good evening. Good evening, Trudy. I can't read that. Golden on the Void van Newt, Netherlands. Hopefully that was all right. But I've got George anyway. I've got a George, and he put a big chesty condition on me. He kept on doing this, and he said, I used to do this. And he said, well, I'm a dad. You know, so I don't know if he's you know, anybody, he said, I'm a granddad. He said, I'm a dad and a granddad. He was a dad and a granddad. Anyway, hello, Jane from Kent. Anyway, oh, right. Oh, it's up on. Have we got this up on the screen now? We have, haven't we? Yeah, so I can show you now. This is just a bit of plaster, a couple of straws, a bit of, you know, a little elastic band and a little tube. It was just something that was out of the drawer. Hello, Helen. And as I said, I've got this George. I'm not 100% sure he's going to be linking in with this, but we'll see how we go anyway. Richard, do you mind counting down 10 from? Because hello, Joanne, lovely Joanne. Could you count down 10 from the people that signed on, please, Richard? Because somebody just said count down 10, and then I'll start the reading if that's okay. And then we'll see. Yes, yeah, the 10th name, and then we'll see if yeah. And we're just going to start anyway, and I'm gonna hopefully go quite fast so we can get quite a few in. Good evening, Stephen. I'll try to give me as much feedback as you can. I'm not saying this George is with you, Stephen, okay? Because I'm not sure who George is with at the moment, and they just pushing me on. Right, with this reading straight away, okay? Well, I can see this little container, and the camera's at an angle, so you know, I've got to look down as well. And with this little container, and you can see like there's a bit of pasta cast in the shadow inside, and it's as if it's closed. And Stephen, there's a situation around you here and now. It's not before and it's not to come. There's a situation that's here and now, as if something's closed down to you. Because this, I can just show you. I can put the pen in, look. But the view I've got and the way I'm looking at it is, it's something. It looks as if it's closed. But what I want to tell you is, that situation's not closed in any way, shape, or form. And really, if you look back, maybe sort of 2 years. I was going to say 2 to 3 years, and he said, and somebody has just stepped in now. You go back 2 years, and that turbulent time, it's now as if things are coming into place. If you see the two little straws, that's how I got that information. They're not quite in place. They're not quite level, running parallel. You say fine, Stephen. Can you just give me a little bit to see if I'm on the right track? Because I've also got a Mary. I've also got a Mary in spirit that's just drawn close with this reading. And you see this band, this little elastic band, it's as if to say that something needs tightening up, a situation needs tightening up. And this is an emotional situation, Stephen. In and around you at the moment is an emotional situation that really is getting out of hand. I don't know what you're saying yes to, but we'll take a yes anyway. But there's an emotional situation. So there was either, I'm not saying a big fallout, and I'm not on about, someone really, really close, but, you might put a brave, you might put a brave face on it, but I'm seeing a vulnerability, okay? And what they're saying is, it's not tight enough. It's not tight enough. And you just need to tighten up that situation. You should also be able to link with November the 14th. November the 14th. I didn't get that there. I just heard someone say that, okay? And there's a Mary in spirit, by the way, and that would be a family line. And if we look at the other bits of pasta and the way in which one is just touching the other, it's as if to say, look, whichever step you're taking, there's a couple of physical steps. There's a couple of physical steps, and one of them is a big wonk. You can see this as if this was a step up into a house. There's something either out the line, or if you step on a flagstone and it goes a little bit wonky, that's a physical thing here. I can see where you come from. That's good. So something needs to be repaired. Okay, thank you very much, Stephen. And oh goodness gracious me! Oh dear. I'm picking this up psychically and mediumistically now. Is that when I saw the little wonky things to do with the step in the pasta there, they put a pain on my back. So someone is just out of sorts, and their back is a little bit, just muscular down at the bottom, but they feel out of sorts as well. Oh, my dad's sister, okay. And hopefully you can take the gentleman's passing right at the beginning. He said right at the beginning of December. Wobbly, yeah, that's good. He just said right at the beginning of December. I said, you mean the 1st? And he says, of course. You see, he used to BL a couple of hours DY. Of course, I well do. Okay, and he's telling me there's someone this side that's got a sinus problem as well, and it's a little bit headachy. He's just stayed back. Hopefully you got the Mary as well. And someone's just said, move on, Marcus, move on. I think I should have brought Debs on really tonight as well, because it's as if they say, they do this with me when I'm with Debs. They say, oh, just pass to Debs or move on. And they just said, go to the next one. So hopefully you can take some of that, Stephen. Put some comments in there if you can. And I don't know what it is about. I'll have to do this out there to get the focus. Hopefully. Yeah. Oh, I can't get the focus right on this one, Richard. Sorry. Is that my fault? The polar bears at the back there. And that. You see it okay? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Oh, sorry. I'd be getting instructions from Richard of what to do here. As ooh. Oh, yeah, look, this is as if by magic. Oh, it's too small. Okay. Oh well, easily sorted. Next one in. Bit of banana skin. Anyway, there's polar bears on this tray, and oh, this is not going to work. Ah, there it is. No. It just needs to come down a little bit. I just got electric shock, and somebody just stepped in. I'll just start working anyway. Okay. Don't worry about the visuals at the moment because I just got a little static electric shock. Now there's someone this side that always gets static electric shocks off things. That's better. Who's this? Who's this? And whoever it is this side that can get static electric shock has very cold feet as well. Very, very cold feet, I've just been told. So can someone link with that, please? And ooh, I've also got a tiredness as well. A tiredness. Anybody pick? Is anybody answering? Okay. That's me. I always with fluffy. So, all right. Can I? Yeah. Can I talk to that? Sorry, Kate. Was it Kate? And I do as well. Tonya, right. I'll separate it in a second. I'll separate it in a second. But can I speak to Kate for a second, please? Right. Is it, I got a shock I can't handle today. Right. Yeah. Right. Kate. Okay. I'll speak to you now. Please listen out because this might be running a little bit parallel. Okay. Because I just got a shock like a static shock. I don't get them very often. But the thing is, Kate, when I'm looking at these little bits of banana, can you see this little part that's sticking up there? That's like saying, that's indicating to me that there's someone this side that has like a little bit of a quiff in their hair. You know, sort of they like to wear their hair, and this is a gentleman this side, like to wear their hair just flick back from the front. Flick back from the front. Hopefully you'll be able to take that and oh, who is it that you're angry with, Kate? Because all of a sudden I got this feeling, you know, I look in the just say, and somebody said, they're looking at the two bits of straws here. They said, take a straw poll, and you will find that somebody needs a right old talking to. I can't get this focus. Sorry, don't worry about this, but Can you give me some feedback, Kate? Am I getting this? Am I getting this? And yeah, and Kate, there's also when I said, can I get this focus? There's someone around you. Oh, thank you. And there's someone around you that's losing focus, because if you can see now, and I can see the banana skins, okay, but I can't see on the screen. You can't see the little bit of pasta, and it's saying that someone this I can see on your profile picture you wear glasses, and this is not you, by the way, okay? This is definitely not you, but someone's having a lot of eye strain, and they've already got an appointment booked, either to have something done. I don't know if it's cataracts or whatever, but there's a bit of a cloudiness, and really they just need a bit of a push and a shove. Okay, you should be able to link with the birth weight of, what were you showing me in there? Somebody just said, look at the banana skin, and some of you there can't see it properly. Some of you can't see it properly, and somebody said, look at the banana skin, because I used to make banana sandwiches. There's someone in the family, or I hope it's you that would know this, but someone used to make banana sandwiches, but also they used to do a pudding of sliced banana and milk and sugar. And sugar on the top. Oh wow! Oh, Terry, you can as well. Okay, right, Terry. Quickly, can you tell me Terry, quickly tell me, have you got a pain in between your shoulder blades? Because that's what they just made me do. They just pulled back like that. They just said, oh, pull back, Marcus, pull back, Marcus. Kate, you should be able to take the birth weight of £8 2 ounces. Yes, that's a very popular pudding. Oh, was it? Well, okay. There you go then. There you go. Well, let's get something that's not so popular then. Ah, right. She's saying, oh, she used to huff and puff. Kate, she used to huff and puff. She used to, when she didn't get her own way, she'd go, oh, poo, oh, poo. And she said, Pastor, I wouldn't eat that, Mac. She just said that. She said that. So this lady she would have thought Pastor. She must be a grandmother or something, because you've had shoulder pain. Okay. My left shoulder blade, not in the middle. Okay. Oh, right, Kate. This lady, hopefully you'll be able to take her, because she's huffing and puffing. She's just saying, she said, well, she said, it's no use to me telling you about my conditions, because everything was wrong with me. My legs were giving up. I used to have cramps in my calf muscle. She said my back was always a problem, and she said, oh, dizzy spells. I could. And she's lovely, but she's having a good old whinge. And she's also telling me that you should. I'm not saying it's her now, Kate. All right, don't glue them together. She's also telling me that you should be able to link with the lady that had a stroke, recovered to a certain degree, but then unfortunately it was the heart that took her. Okay, and I'll leave that with you, Kate. Okay. Can I speak to Terry? I haven't spoke to Terry in a long while. Please. Oh, right, Terry. They just said to speak to you. And to put this little container on there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but we'll find something to do with it. They said, put that container in. You'll work it out. And I said, well, I hope it's not for me to work out. It's for you to work out. The thing is, Terry, look, we can put up with so much hassle, and we can put up with so much strife, and then we can look at our friends and we can think, yeah, that's just them, and we can keep on doing that for ages and ages and ages. But then all of a sudden, there's like the straw, because this is what they're telling me. See this little straw there? It says that's the one that's broke the camel's back. They're just saying there is a separation. They just said, separated, Marcus, separated. Blow it away. Just as the way as I was talking and they said, blow it away, blow it away. There's been a separation. So mentally, there's either a separation or something going on around you because you just about had enough. Give me some feedback, Terry. Yay or nay? And even if it's yay, even if it's nay, I don't care, because we shouldn't. We just should go with what we feel. And if you look at what they made me do inside here, oh, thank you. What inside here? There's a gentleman. There's a gentleman who used to smoke, and what he's indicating, those little bits of straws in there, they said, oh, they were the fag ends. They were the fag ends that I used to dip. I used to leave them everywhere, but I always used to dip them down like that. He said I'd get hold of them and I'd dip them down, and then you'd have either in an ashtray or even in a little bucket or whatever. But he smoked like a bleeding chimney. He smoked like a bleeding chimney, he did, he's telling me. And he got me in the end, he said, and he got me in the end. You should be able to link with, oh God, come on. Someone that used to love rum and black. Rum and black. Oh, was it your dad? Oh, right. Your dad didn't like rum and black. He wouldn't have been there, because I was about to say this rum and black. This is it's a lady, and she's making me do that. Let me say I was giving you tips. The thing is, anybody developing their ability, as soon as you notice you're talking differently, you're using different terminology, it is spirit indicating various different things. So, well, if I've got your dad here now, I'll tell you now, this lady in the background, and she didn't used to drink it a lot, but it was like a special drink to her. She said rum and black. He would have to step out the way for her, I tell you now, because she ruled the roost. She bleeding well did. Bleeding. Somebody say, oh God, it's an Irish link, for goodness sake. There's also an Irish link there. And also March the 1st. January, February, March. No, it's April the 1st. It's April Fool's Day, isn't it? It's March the 1st. I should know that one. That's St. David's Day. And also the name of David this side. And again, and sort of anybody developing or whatever, this is what spirit do. They give you something and then they expand on it. Sometimes they retract it. So the way they got me to that was get to St. David's Day. The date means something, and then they said, and the name David. I can't see any feedback come in there, but I'll tell you now, this first one, bless her. You can't see what I'm doing, Terry, but what they did, they made me do this with, okay, banging with elastic band like that. And just before you put that up, they said, Marcus, notice the pain. So the pain came with the 1st of March. David's his dad's best friend this side. Okay, well, you can see they're there. I'll tell you what, they used to bleed and argue. It might be his best friend, but they used to have a good old shimwag, and they used to have little what people would call disagreements, and people might think, oh God, they're falling out. They wouldn't, but they used to have disagreements. This is what he's saying. And going back to March the 1st, and the lady, she's just saying there was pain, and I feel there was a lot of emotional pain, but also there was a lot of physical pain, because they're making me do that, and they're just saying, You've got to be like an elastic band. You've got to stretch emotionally, and sometimes you just have to let it snap. 2nd of December should mean something. Also, a gentleman that died at the age of 43. Yeah, oh, I love that for you, but they used to wind each other up something wrong. Yeah, but it was the age-old thing, Terry, that, you know, they'd be going at it or having a good go at each other, but anybody else would step in, they'd team up and have a go there. Oh, dear, yeah. And there's a memory of, what was it? Someone had skin cancer, and they had to have a little patch off the right hand part of their nose. 2nd is December when Grandad passed. Okay, well, they're getting it to you, Terry. I mean, you know, you've had your evidence. They're getting it to you. You know what this is like. It's just to say, you know, they're there, but you know, stop telling them off so much. 44, I'm not sure, and I'd have to check, but I'll see the number in the dream. You saw that number in the dream last night? Well, get checking then, girl. What's the matter with you? Oh, God. Oh, God, this is a smoker's cough, I'm telling you now. Yeah, that's the smoker's cough. And I said, cloth then? Who used to call someone cloth ears? And that was from, I do remember someone, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. But somebody used to, if this is your dad, he's just made me say cloth ears. And I'll leave that with you. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I wonder if Black will show. There we go. Hopefully you can take some of that, Terry. And as we said, we're just doing something different. We are just doing something different. So we'll see what happens. Ah, look, they were right. See, that one wouldn't go into focus, would it, earlier, Richard? My granddad would say, oh, just look at that. They said, put it on there and it'll be in focus, and it's just gone out of focus again. And I put it on there and it was in focus. Oh, well. Oh, well, here we go. I've got a lady who's telling me that she died at the age of 89. 89, she's saying. I died at the age of 89. And she's putting a funny voice on me for some reason. I can't put on accents that well. But she's saying, I died at the age of 89, and she's from up north. What else can I say? Where's that gone? Oh, I'll do a palm reading. do a Rachel, wouldn't I? Do a Rachel palmistry. Yeah, do a palm reading. In fact, yeah, why not? I'm not going to read my own palm, no. But because this is in focus, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a little trick and see what we can do. Right, there you go. I'll do a reading from that. Right. The thing is, now if you can see, you can see some of this. These are, I don't know what they are, coffee grains, sugar grains, whatever. You know, a lot of people read the tea leaves. 18, this lady's still with me, by the way. And is there someone called Jackie on tonight? Is there a Jackie? There's 2 Jackies I've just been told. I just need to talk to a Jackie. Right. You know what we call like the circle of life, and you've got, and what they indicate. So it's Jacqueline Mercer and the other Jackie. So if you can both listen out, please, because they're talking about like the Circle of Life, the film, you know, what was that? Lion King, wasn't it? Lion King. But they're also saying that it's a bit mucky at times. It's a bit mucky. And I've got someone putting a northern accent on me, and I'm not necessarily saying that it's a northern link or whatever, but it's the way that they're interpreting this is they're saying that, you know, all the little bits outside, and if you can see there, I can see a face there, and that's a dog. Okay, so that's why I'm reading that. That's a dog. So one of these jackies should be able to take a collie dog in spirit. And then what they showed me there, they're saying, come down there for a little bit, Marcus. And they said, look, if you count there, you go, what, 1, 2, and there's a link with 2 girls this side. Okay, so I need which of the can take a link with it. You know, it's a memory of a collie dog, and there's a link with 2 girls here. And there's a lot of mucky stuff going on. There's a lot of mucky stuff. A lot of mucky stuff. A lot of mucky stuff going on. And I'm not getting any feedback from either of the jackies. No, none of the jackies can take any of this, no? Oh well, I'll can't take the collie dog. We had boxer dogs. Okay, no, thanks for that, Jackie. Can you hear the Jackie? Yeah, it's a memory, and as I said, a link with 2 girls, and there's a mucky situation going on at the moment where someone's lost the confidence of a friend because of well, there's no other way of saying it, gossip. You know, somebody's been gossiping and they've lost the trust of a friend. Okay. Jackie Mercer, the collie dogs in spirit. It's a memory of a collie dog. It doesn't not have to be yours, but they've just showed me that, and a link with 2 girls, and a mucky situation where someone's lost the confidence of a friend to do with gossip. I can take collie dog in spirit, 2 females here, and a mucky situation. Oh, I'll talk to Mo then. I'll talk to Mo. Well, yes, understand the gossip. Will Jackie and Mo please? Oh God, and can take. Oh look! All of a sudden, nobody's taking anything, and then everybody can take everything. Oh, right, here we go. Let's try the 3 of you listening, because especially Mo, okay, especially Mo, because Mo, you should be able to take a Harold in spirit. Okay, you should be. I'll work with Mo for a little while because I've got Harold's in there. The thing is, Mo May, and talking about May, you can take 2. You should be able to take 2 birthdays in May. You should also be able to take what's that thing that is it the May Queen, the Maypole? Richard, is there such a thing? Richard, can you understand where they used to have like a May Queen? Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, they just said they showed me the Maypole, you know, dancing, you know, the like a fate or whatever, and they said a May Queen. Yeah, okay, yeah. They just said a May Queen, Maymo, okay? And they're just using, and again, when I say giving you some tips, it made me direct to the name May, and then they were just going off on it like a little star. So, Mo May, somebody's saying you are a little star at the moment. You know, you might not give yourself credit, but you are. You are. And they just said thumbs up, and Mayday. Okay, okay. Who is it that does this, May? And does that with the thumb, not if it put flowers on doorsteps. Okay, but get straight in like that, and it clicks like that. I hope you saw tears. You smell as soon as you start your hands when you as well. That one, Billy B. Sorry. Okay. It's all right, don't you worry. Anyway, and now can I speak to the Jackie that could take the stuff as well now? May birthday and May anniversary. Oh, good. And also May, jump to September as well, because you should be able to link with the birthday on the 17th of September. Oh, thumb in the mouth as a child. Oh, right. And clicking your tongue or like that. Oh, something like not clicking the tongue. You're making that type of noise. And this lady is saying, wow. Right, can I talk to Jackie? Yeah, yeah, you can take it in the circle of life. The thing is, Jackie, they say at times life goes in certain cycles. Yours goes in. I'd love to be able to say 5-year cycle, but it's not. It's 5.5-year cycles. Can take the two verses in May month's name as well. Yeah. I thought this was running parallel, as I said, and they've just said mix it up, Marcus. Mix it up. He just said mix it up because you're changing. So I just mixed that up, and if you can see straight away, there's a V there. So, and that is as if to say, I'm reading this as a person with their arms up, sort of there, and there's a memory of someone that was absolutely, I can't say that word. It starts with rat, and it ends with backside, another name for backside, and it involves plenty of drink. Someone was absolutely drunk in that way, but they would use a certain terminology, and it was a memory of, the YMCA, and that's how I'm getting to that. And I feel that it might have been on holiday or something like that. But the thing is, Jackie, what you've got to do, you've got to focus, okay? You've really, really got to focus, because this part there, it's as if there's a little triangle going on. There's a little bit of nonsense going on. There's some really good stuff going on, and you were the one that gonna have to pull it together. Okay, there's someone close to you that's just separated in a relationship of some sort. You know of someone, and somebody said, and they would have physically said this. I'm not saying it, and I'm not going to contact from spirit saying it. So don't think that. But someone this side said, not before time either. There's also someone very, very close to you, that has got having a pain in the left wrist. What's that carpal tunnel syndrome and the things? Yeah. And when I was talking about the YMCA, I hope you can take the memory about the YMCA thing, because they showed me a gentleman that had the moustache, and that they used to come down the handlebar moustache as well. Come down there. That was like an 80s thing, wasn't it? Late 70s, 80s thing. But used to come down there, and also the name Frank, and also the name Doris. Git carpal tunnel in both hands. All right, okay. Also the name Doris. Doris is in spirit, by the way. And this side, you should be able to link with the mark that's a little bit wishy-washy. But that's okay. He's a nice enough guy, or whatever, but he's a bit wishy-washy because he can't make his mind up about something. There's also a holiday planned, and a memory of someone cancelling at the last minute. Okay, I hope you can take that, Jackie. Can I move to the other Jackie took something as well, didn't she? And she's taken it as well. Frank and Doris, yes. Oh, well, this is for Jacqueline Mercer. Now, okay, they just said, put a bit of banana skin on it, Marcus, because Jacqueline Mercer, I tell you now, somebody's just slipped on a banana skin, in metaphorically speaking, and they're saying that they're really out of sorts because they didn't see it coming. There's a situation where somebody's just slipped up and they weren't thinking things through, they weren't concentrating, they weren't doing the due diligence that they should have, and they've slipped up. Hopefully you'll be able to take that. Jacqueline Mercer, I'm just saying they made me say the name Mercer. Oh God, what's her name? Oh dear. What's the name? Singer, the Welsh singer that sang Mercy. No, it wasn't Adele. Anyway, yeah, I've just been given the song Mercy, and that means something as well. And you know, Jacqueline. Say again. Sorry, Richard. Duffy. Family name of Duffy. You should be able to take the family name of Duffy Mercer because they got me to. I didn't even know the name Duffy. I couldn't get to it, but that's again the way they lead us. And I don't know who is it around you, Jacqueline, that had the reading that upset them. I've just been told the reading upset them. Some reading upset them. And the thing is, what you've got to understand, medium psychics, if they give something that's inappropriate, just throw it out for the rubbish it is. But it is playing on someone's mind. I'm not seeing any more feedback coming from Jasmine, so I'm going to have to leave this one in a second. But, oh, you understand it. Okay. As soon as I said it, there, okay. And it's as if someone's got a tick list, Jacqueline, okay? And someone's this side also suffers with a migraine or migraines, whatever you want to call them. But someone's also got a tick list that they're ticking off quite nicely. And the dress has to go back. Somebody's got a dress, either ordered online or something, that has to go back. And there's also a lovely bit of material that I can see. So someone, I don't know if someone makes dresses or children's clothes or something else, but it's to do with sunflowers. So sunflowers mean something to you. And it's as if they're saying, there's a lady just come from Spirit. She said, oh, you were the sunshine in my life. Oh, yeah, you were the sunshine in my life, and this is from a lady, and she's getting a little bit emotional, not sure on the dress. Okay, all right. Oh, so, ooh, someone this side suffers with tinnitus. They just stopped me and they said, "Listen." I said, "Why? I can't hear anything." And they says, "Yes, just listen. You can hear it all the time." And there's, oh yes, your mother-in-law. Okay, right, and. Jacqueline, someone's been to Turkey on the holiday. And they visited the Blue Lagoon, and I know where that is. And that is in Oledenese. They just showed me somewhere that I've been. So they're just linking in there. And also, someone needs a little bit of dental work on the back left hand side. And I'll leave that with you, Jacqueline. Okay. Yay. Hope people are enjoying this. Say again, sorry. Okay. As I said, we're doing something different. Anybody that can take anything from it, we know how spirit work. They run things parallel. Excuse me. just had a lady step in and she said I died on a Thursday afternoon. I wanted a drink. I wanted a drink. And a lady, and they've just asked me to take this away. They just asked me to take that away. They just said, oh, I died on a Thursday. I died on a Thursday. It was Thursday afternoon. Oh, she said, and oh dear, come on, darling. She's saying that they couldn't get there on time. So I want someone who can link with the lady. She was in a hospital, definitely a hospital setting, not a care setting, definitely a hospital. And she made me cough a lot, so she was coughing. Really was having problems with the chest. It's my absolute pleasure, Jackie. Absolute pleasure. She was coughing, and she's just saying that people were on the way to the hospital, and they didn't get there. And that's what she's given me at the moment. She asked me to take the stuff away. She said because because I died on a Thursday in the hospital. Artie, is that Artie? I hope I'm pronouncing that. Oh yes, my aunt. Oh, too. Oh, bless. Oh my goodness, there's three possible, so I'm going to have to separate this, okay? Because what she told me was that I'm just trying to separate this, okay? Just trying to separate. So you'll bear with me, because I'm saying, come on, and there might be two or three that where they would like to ring things parallel, but this lady's saying that they couldn't get there on time, but they had to take my bag away when they did get there. So which one is that? So there was some sort of bag of belongings or something or whatever, with all the upset, and obviously, the situation was dealt with. But when the people did get there, whenever they got there, they had to take the bag away. Suzanne, right, Rebecca, can I talk to you, please? Yes, please. Yeah, Rebecca. Let's try Rebecca. As I said, and people listen out, because, right. You took it personally because, I took it to be a bag because, or belongings. That's the way. But you took a person away. Okay, Rebecca. And the thing is, she's saying she's quite a cheery person. Inside she was quite a cheery person, and it's as if to say, it's okay. And she used to say that physically, it's okay. When people are having a problem, now what they made me do, and again, this is a tip for anybody that's developing is they make me do this with that's not good. That's a gentleman. You should be dealing with a gentleman. When we spoke, dealing with his nose. Or doing that, but just noticeable. And even also name Barbara. It's been given the name Barbara. Oh. Hello, Richard, can you hear me? Sorry, I can't hear you, Richard. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. I think I froze a little bit then. I think we're back on We're back on track. We're back on track, Richard. Yeah. Okay. Well, technology. That's what it is, and I don't know what other parts that you got, Rebecca. But she's telling me that she used to say physically, she used to say it's okay, and she used to say that. So hopefully that you can link with that, and quite often. I don't know if you got the guy as well that used to fiddle with his nose and sort of do a few things like that. And the name Barbara, Rebecca. If you can give me a little bit of feedback whether that's you. I've also got the birthday on Christmas Day. Oh God, Christmas presents and birthday presents all in one. So this lady would link with the birthday on Christmas Day. Is anybody taken out, Richard? Oh, Rebecca is. Oh, good. And she's perking me up a bit now. She's perking me up a bit. Rebecca, there's someone this side who's always first on the dance floor. I've just been told the music goes off. They don't even need the drink. Mum didn't recognise it. Oh, right. Oh, you don't recognise the Xmas Day. Well, I've been told that there's someone's got a birthday on Xmas Day. But there's someone this side that would always be first on the dance floor. Always first on the dance floor. Yeah. Okay. There's twins this side. Boy and girl twins, not two girls, not two boys. Boy and girl. And someone this side's just been scammed. Not a big one, but just been scammed. I've been told. They had to contact the bank or whatever, and it all got sorted. But they were scammed. There was a bit of a scam, and hopefully you'll be able to recognise that as well. Right. They Arthur. Okay, I'm moving on to another link now, Rebecca. Hopefully you can take that, and because that lady stepped in big time. She's lovely. God, she was lovely. I've got an Arthur now. He said, I'm just putting some salt in now. They said, put some salt in, Marcus. Put some salt in. I just put some salt in there. Okay, yeah, mix it up a bit. And what else have we got? Yeah, so, oh, wow, look at that. My sister-in-law's birthday is on Christmas Day. Okay. Suzanne, can I speak to you then? Because I thought it was that, but you've just taken the birthday on Christmas Day, and then this Arthur stepped in as well. I've got an Arthur, and then he said, put some salt in it. Put some salt in it. He said, I love salt on my food. He said, I'd have it on anything. And he said, the missus used to, and he says missus, so he used to call his wife the missus. The missus would do this, the missus would do that. This Arthur, that's the way he used to speak. And he's telling me, he said, she used to, my dad. Right, if you can take this, he's got to have loved salt on everything. And he's saying, oh, and Suzanne can take it. If you can both listen out then, because he's saying she used to use and cook with salt. She used to put a teaspoon of salt in with the veg, but I still used to reach for the salt. And it says there was a memory with that salt shaker as well, that somebody loosened the top. Suzanne, so somebody loosened the top and whatever, because I'll tell you now, this Arthur used to like a little bit of a drink as well. and somebody loosened the top of the salt, and he picked it up, and it went all on his dinner. It went all on his dinner. So that's what he's done. That should be a memory. That should be a memory. The, uh, Donny, can oh, my dad, right, Donny. Can I speak to Donny then, please? Because her dad loves salt, and not any from the other. And Donny, is this relevant? Did he used to like a drink as well? And did he used to call his wife, which would be your mum, his missus? The missus did this, the missus did that, and that's what I need. 2 birthdays in November, 1 in September, anniversary of a child's passing on. Oh, come on. April the 9th. And they just made me shake back and forth. And Donny, you should also be, now, I'm not saying this is to do with the child that passed at all, but you should be able to link with a Down syndrome young lady in spirit, because Arthur's just brought her forward, so to speak. So it would have been around the time that he was still here. There was a Down syndrome young lady, and that's what he's calling her. Yeah, yes, he liked to drink. Yes, and my mum had it. Well, just as I read that, and he said he liked to drink. He said no. He said I loved to drink. I loved it. Oh dear, and he's just making me grab the cheeks. So this used to be a memory as well. He used to go like that and sort of like get you on the cheeks or whatever. There's also a memory of someone banging a. I was put salt looking. Maybe he's one of the family members. My son's. But oh wow, okay, this is going a couple of ways, isn't it? Well, let's get back to this then. Which, see what we got here. Oh, see, as soon as I do that, it goes out of focus. Look at that, right? Talking about out of focus, Tony, you really need to focus on that situation that upset you. Or neighbour was Down syndrome, okay? Tony, you really need to focus on the situation. You can't be your normal self and just say yes. You've got to think about your emotional well-being as well, because when someone upsets you, you dwell on it, and he's saying, not in my time. Not in my time. He's also making me sit here holding the back of my belt, and it's as if to say that I'm not saying it was him. There's a memory. I don't know if it was his dad or whatever. There's a memory that somebody used to have the threat of, you'll have your dad's belt, and it was more of a frightener, if you know what I mean, as opposed to a physical act. It was more, oh, you'll have your dad's belt, and somebody did that. Can I go back to is it Suzanne, is it? Or is it? Yeah, Suzanne. Can I go back to Suzanne? Because as I lifted my hand up, Suzanne, you should be able to link with someone that lost the small finger on the right hand in spirit. Because I lifted my hand up is as if they took the finger away, and they said, look at the pastor, Marcus, look at the pastor. And this pastor, they said, oh, that should be a bit longer if it was a finger. If it was a finger, they said it should be a bit longer, and they lost a bit there. Didn't lose it all. It was about down to the second joint, so it had a little bit of a stub on it. Oh, you shouldn't have told me about his whiskey, Suzanne. You shouldn't have told me that. Don't tell me anything. There's also a Scottish link, Suzanne. because they're showing me a Burns night and the Campbell tartan. So it's definitely the Campbell tartan. There's also someone in the family line that was in the Royal Engineers. March the 8th, anniversary of the passing on November the 14th. And he's just said, you haven't looked down at the dish, lad. So he used to call people lad as well. He used to call people lad. And he says, can't you see the face there? And I said, well, yeah, I can see quite a few faces in there at the moment, mate. And he said, don't call me, mate. And that's the way he was. He was a bit belligerent, to be honest. You know, people that he didn't know, he'd say, don't call me, mate. I'm the one in control here, mate. Oh, I love him. I love him. I don't know if you can take any of that. And if you can't, don't worry, we'll move on anyway, because, oh, right, okay. 4. Hopefully you can take some of those dates. Hopefully you can take some of those dates. Right. I've just got. I'm on a different link now, Richard. Maybe one of my past fellows. Yeah. Yes, I can take this. Oh, thank you. Oh, and okay. Well, some things fit in, and I've just had another lady step in. This is a totally different thing. Thank you for letting me work with you, Suzanne. This is a totally different link, and this lady's telling me that when she passed, she really didn't know who she was. That's what she's telling me. She just made me drop my pen. I thought, oh, why have I dropped my pen? And she said, well, that's what I was doing all the time. I used to drop things, and I used to forget they were there, and I used to now and again step on them. I'd go in the room and I didn't know why I went in the room. And then in the end, really, it's my pleasure, Suzanne. And then really she's saying, for my own good, they had to put me in a special home. And that's what she's telling me. So she was in, a home for people that needed that extra care. And she said, I just didn't know who I was. I just didn't know who I was. Bless. She said, it wasn't as bad as it sounds, because I just didn't know. She said, I used to get upset now and again. But, it was well looked after. Well looked after. Can anybody link with this lady? Oh, right, okay. Hello, Amanda. Hello. We'll say a few more hellos but this lady's still with me, and she said, before I passed, she said that there used to be someone sitting with me. This could be Craig Nash. So I don't quite understand what you're saying, Craig, but okay. Well, okay. Oh, I see, Craig. Okay, because I didn't quite understand. And this lady, hopefully we'll see where we go with it, Craig, because she's just made me put my hand on you, and she was saying, before I passed, someone sort of like, I needed a bit more hydration. it's as if that she wasn't drinking enough water. And oh, bless her. Ah, somebody's this side, Craig. If this is her, she's telling me someone this side uses the terminology, "the devil's in the detail." Somebody physically says that, and they've just told me to look down and do a bit of a reading in this now. Okay, so this is, you know, if this lady links in with you, this is going to be for you. Okay, and there's what I can see, like a funny face here, You know, with someone that likes to wear sunglasses and wants to look cute. Oh yeah, she had to wear them out. Yeah, right, okay. I think I'm with you, Craig. Sorry, don't. Oh, don't you see this part here, just there, and you can see that that part there is sunglasses. So someone this side likes to put on the sunglasses and looks cool, but they've got a big mouth as well, you know. And it might be you, Craig. I don't know, but just say opinionated all the time, always opinionated. And there's also a memory of someone going to a safari park, and you know, with the monkeys jump all over the car and all this, that, and the other, and someone either got upset about what happened or whatever, or somebody opened the window or whatever. But somebody, when everybody was laughing about it, but someone was really upset, really, really upset. And it was along the lines of, well, you shouldn't take your car into a safari park if you don't expect something like that. But that's just a memory. They've told me to move the banana skin, by the way. And they just says now there's a queue. The last picture we took her, we cut her and she had sunglasses. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. Okay. They just told me to move that. And you know the song London Bridge, because they've showed me the two plasters and the little bit of elastic there, and they're indicating that's like London Bridge, and they just say, you know, London Bridge is falling down, etc., etc., etc. There's a memory of someone using, you know, like a stapler, because I'll just show you here. Now that looks like a staple, and they just said, someone this side needs a stable diet, but also there's a memory of someone stapling a bit of paper to their finger. Okay, that's a bit weird and wonderful, I know. You should also be able to link with someone that likes motorbikes, male and female, by the way, and someone that absolutely loves the film The Blue Brothers. You know, that type of music. And what was that other film? It'll come to me in a second, but I can't see me getting any feedback, so we're going to move on to the next one, Richard. Oh, well, that was my last one. Okay, I've just been told that was my last one, so I'll just throw those in there. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was you know, sort of like some of the stuff going out of the focus. It's just to show you that various different things can be done with anything, and whether it's cards, whether it's crystals, ribbons, or whatever, that's the focal point. And it's more about your own abilities. And notice when you're working in any way, whether it's psychically or mediumistically, I used to have motorcycle crash, but all right, okay. Oh, thank you for that, Craig. Thank you. And the thing is that it's just different ways of using your abilities. And please, 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 don't forget to share. Don't forget to support Spiritual Psychics TV, because there's a lot of work done in the background, to sort of get this out to you. Hopefully, you've enjoyed tonight. It's a little bit different, but it's all our abilities used in different ways. And hopefully, going forward, I might be doing something to give people a few pointers on their development and strip away some of the nonsense, because there's a lot of nonsense out there. I'm telling you, there is a lot of nonsense out there. But if you're using your abilities, just be responsible in the way in which you're laying information down, and don't forget to support Spiritual Psychics TV. Is there anything else, Richard, or have I covered? Is there any adverts or? So sorry, Claire's on tomorrow night. Claire Passiville, did you say? Asterfield, yeah, tomorrow night she's stepping in. So please sign on and please support. And don't forget to share as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed tonight. Hopefully you've you can see the way in which I've worked, and we all work differently. There's no magical way of working psychically or mediumistically. It's everything's individual, and this is why you should work in your individual way. Don't get bogged down with some of the nonsense that people are telling you. You have to do this, you have to do that. You work in your way, develop in your way, and as long as you're disciplined, and spirit will help you. There's no doubt about it. Can you tell me if my husband is around you? Suzanne, I can't. I can't command communion. What I do, I offer myself as a channel, and I just deal with the information. I just deal with the information that comes through, and quite often, they get the message through in various different ways. But for us to click our fingers and say we can do so, and if a medium ever tells you that, oh, I can contact this, I can do this, I can do that, I'd say find another medium. Because we offer ourselves as channels, we can't command communion. We just offer ourselves, and if the information comes through, we pass it on. And if we've passed that information on, you've got your evidence, our job is done. Okay. And so, don't forget, you can communicate yourself, send out the thoughts, have a chat to your loved ones, and just recognize the signals that they send in you. You might get a feeling, you might get a smell, you just might get a thought, you might get a picture. Just recognize it and send it back to them. Okay. And please, can you all send out your healing thoughts to Mary Dixon? And believe me, the healing energy works. You sending out that healing energy, it really, really does work, because the ministers of light will direct that energy where it can do the most good. So please send them out. And thank you very much, everybody.